Hello everyone and welcome to a new video from Your Overwatch. I'm Eddie the Chump and today we're going to be doing a bit of a fun news roundup, which is good after yesterday's heavy duty ranked real talk. If you're still reeling from that, this will hopefully distract you enough in a good way. So first story up, Fran, the excellent streamer who got to speak to Jeff Kaplan at BlizzCon, has just finished a week's residency at the new Blizzard HQ media room. She also got to speak to a senior producer, Matt Hawley, very recently, and that interview featured some very interesting dialogue about what's next for Overwatch. I'll just play you the clip now so you can hear it for yourself. As always, be sure to check out Fran's stream itself, which I'll link in the description box below.
What is your priority right now, if you don't mind me asking, or is that not allowed to?
Well, right now I will tell you today what the team is working on is we are working on Hero 30. Yeah. So we were just they were just had a playtest earlier today. Still very rough, but we're working on it, and we're working on some super special stuff that I can't talk about. That's kind of coming mid next year. So
okay, thank you so much for sharing.
Of course,
that.
of course.
No, that's totally okay. You don't have to spill any beans. That's cool that you guys are very like releasing heroes like all the time. Like I heard, or Jeff Kaplan said that you guys have 6 in store right now. So
yeah, we have. I would say we have 3 or 4 in heavy prototyping phase right now, and then another 2 in paper design, and then another probably a couple more after that. So yeah, big picture, we look at Overwatch very much like
your own entity,
like Warcraft 1.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So if you look at Warcraft 1 to what WoW and Hearthstone eventually became for the Warcraft franchise, Overwatch is our orcs and humans, and we have a lot of plans for the future of where we want to take things.
That's awesome. That's so exciting.
So there's some exciting stuff surrounding Hero 30, which they're playtesting at the moment over there at Blizzard, as well as the roughly 5 others they currently have in development. The super secret stuff that Matt can't talk about right now coming mid next year could be a variety of things. An expansion or something similar, maybe clans, although that time frame feels a bit off for me. I think everyone would want that feature sooner, irrespective of how realistic that is. But the part that really interested me was when Matt talked about how the dev team regard Overwatch as the Warcraft 1 of this universe. This is their orcs versus humans, as he put it. He went further to say that if you look at all the games that Warcraft 1 spawned, like Hearthstone and WoW, long term they have a lot of exciting plans for this game and its franchise in a similar way. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like quite a big deal. If one were to think quite logically, Blizzard looking to expand a viable franchise universe into other types of games makes sense, right? Overwatch is their first new IP in quite a while, and the audience has really taken to its world and characters, so if for no other reason, financially at least, these long-term moves look like good business. But the way more fun part of this is, I'm pretty sure every single one of you has thought of some sort of crossover game idea surrounding Overwatch, and this is basically soft confirmation that they're thinking along the same lines too. The scope for what they could do is almost limitless as well, and wouldn't need to be stuck in the FPS genre. WoW is an MMO and Hearthstone is a tactical card game. What genres could the Overwatch universe cross into? I'm going to give you some of my favourite examples from my own mind, as well as the community's recurring ones, but this is also where you guys get to go ham in the comment section. We'll make sure to favourite the best game concepts, so don't hold back. One of the ideas I've heard quite a lot is to make an Overwatch tower defense title similar to like Plants vs Zombies or Orcs Must Die. This is smaller in scope perhaps, but people thought that about Hearthstone 2 when it was first announced, and that game exploded. Just because the format of tower defense might appear more limited than FPS, that doesn't mean Blizzard couldn't inject a level of depth to satisfy even the nerdiest of players, like FREEDO for example. Talon Towers meta discussion videos inbound, you heard it here first. Even if it's a mobile game, which I know is a dirty word following the whole Diablo Immortal debacle, could be a great option for this type of game. Mobile titles aren't evil by definition. Maybe for safety's sake, start on PC, then go to iOS and Android later, like Hearthstone did. That became massively popular on those platforms. All I'm saying is, for that kind of game, it does seem appropriate. Please don't kill me. They could of course go all out and make an Overwatch universe MMO similar in size and complexity to World of Warcraft. Perhaps instead of the Horde and the Alliance, you choose between Overwatch and Talon, with certain classes only being playable in their relevant faction. You could start out at a low level as say a soldier archetype in Overwatch with just a base level of equipment, and through experience and raids and missions and all that good stuff, attain hero rank as if your character was on par with Jack Morrison, perhaps even more powerful. Maybe just like WoW, the raid bosses could be characters from the main game that we're already familiar with. A Moira's Lab raid where you try and take her down to get a chance of the mythic Fade boots for your character? You don't like Helix rockets as a kit item for your soldier? Perhaps there's some super secret raid tech that replaces it, like a burst modification to his rifle, or a double jump armor pack, or instead of the bio healing station, you could get a damage amp version, stuff like that. There's a real gap in the market for an FPS MMO, as nobody has really nailed it. Destiny has come close, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot with a bad launch for the sequel. I'm telling you right now, I would play an Overwatch MMO to exhaustion. I bet many of you watching would too. Now, the dev time for a project like this would be enormous, so it's not like it's a short-term idea, but I do love it nonetheless. Reluctantly moving on, I've always made comparisons between Overwatch and fighting games, and I think an Overwatch fighting game itself could be really fun. NetherRealm's Injustice series has done a pretty good job at managing characters that have actual guns fit into this genre. I bet Blizzard could make it work too. Most heroes would be able to keep their ults as well, as a lot of fighting games have super powerful moves that perform similar functions. I can just see it working. I mean, fighting games aren't as popular as a genre as they once were, but I'd definitely play it. Dragon Ball Z has a great fighter at the moment, why not Overwatch 2? The last example I'm going to give before handing over to you in the comments, because I could literally talk forever about this kind of thing, would be an Overwatch racing game of sorts a la Mario Kart. I love the kart genre, and each Overwatch hero could have distinct karts and power-ups of their own, just like the abilities they have in the current game. Doom could have a kart shaped like a giant fist gauntlet with a spiky bit at the front, and every so often he gets to rocket boost his kart forwards and punch other racers off the track. Tracer's could blink, Winston's could leap and spawn a protective bubble, McCree's could even have High Noon, where if you ever just wanted to instantly die, crash and respawn, you just try and use it. This stuff writes itself. The courses could be based on all of the best maps. King's Row already has roads, a lot of the maps do. Why not put 2 and 2 together? I can't be the only one who thinks this would be awesome. Surely some of you guys agree. Now, none of these ideas are guaranteed to happen, of course, but the fact that Matt Hawley talked about Overwatch's long-term future in these terms really got me excited. Like I said earlier, hit us with your best ideas down below. Now, the second topic we're going to talk about today is the whole controversy surrounding xQc's ban, his initial reaction to it where he said he might just quit Overwatch, Blizzard's overall attitude towards him, and what has happened very recently where xQc backed off that idea of quitting entirely. So to begin, you're all, I'm sure, aware of xQc not streaming Overwatch at the moment because his main account got banned again, this time for nearly a month. I won't bore you with all the details, as I'm sure you guys also know at least the relevant stuff. What I will say is, I kind of echo Jane's sentiment about how Blizzard have handled xQc. He said he shouldn't have been banned and that instead they should be working with him, especially considering their new setup like Fran has been using at their HQ. Now, we've all seen the clip where xQc got banned on stream and just sort of accepted his fate and heavily considered quitting. Side note, I do understand this topic is divisive. To some, being as toxic in-game as xQc has been in the past is unforgivable and he deserves the punishment. But I am of the opinion that the Overwatch scene is worse without him in it. And say what you like about personal taste, he's always tried to entertain with the game even through its driest periods. If managed correctly, he could have always been an asset to Blizzard and the game, not someone to seemingly be shunned and pushed out. If you've been seeing his stream numbers when he hasn't been playing Overwatch recently, he's basically become bigger than the entire Twitch category itself at times. This has fueled speculation that he might actually go forward and not return once his ban is up. However, in replying to a donation on stream, he essentially said he's not actually quitting the game, which I think is good news.
I'm sorry.
I like her variety stream way more than Overwatch, but I still don't want you to quit out.
I'm not gonna quit, dude.
The game needs big personalities, especially on a platform like Twitch. Seagull, Fran, Emong, Valkyr, ML7, PvP, Jane, all the pros, they're all fantastic. But let's not forget, Tim the Tapman was huge for the game before he quit. I think losing another of the top 3 streamers in the category wouldn't be great news, especially one as loyal to the game as xQc was despite everything. I hope he does come back. I hope his reply to the donation was genuine, because one thing's for sure, he doesn't actually need to. He's popular enough on his own. Now, some of you guys might feel differently, and I can respect that. Whatever your opinion is, let us know in the comments section. I'm sure the chat about this topic in particular will be quite lively. lively. Anyway, that's enough for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating. If you never want to miss another video of ours again, please click the bell icon next to the subscribe button on our channel to join the notification squad. You'll be in great company. And finally, please follow the Your Overwatch Twitter so you can find updates about new videos and other cool stuff. I've been Eddie the Chump, and until next time,